Hi there. In this short video, you're going to learn how to or get walked through the process of realigning any notes that need to be rhythmically more in line. So this whole idea that your notes are in line is predicated on your understanding of reading the rhythms. And in each of your tracks, you have a guide track up here at the top. And this guide track shows you where the beats are and where the subdivisions of the beat. Now, in order to really understand this, you need to go down here to the lower right-hand corner and zoom in. So, in your tracks, the grid at the top corresponds to the measure number that you're working on, with the exception of some of them. Some of them start on this particular one actually starts on the beat 3 because there's pickup notes. So there's no way to really align that. But you can go in, and this particular track, we want the note to start exactly on beat 1. And so we just keep zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. Okay. Now you can see how the rhythmic subdivisions work, where you see the two horizontal bars in vertical alignment. That would be a quarter note. This one here is an eighth note. And of course, the distance from 3 to 4, that would be one whole measure. So this is a 4/4 measure, and we've subdivided it down to the eighth note level. So we want this note to start on the beat. And so we take our purple cursor, and lo and behold, it does. It's right on line. We want this note to start on the beat as well, but it's slightly early. So the way we fix that problem, and actually we want to make sure the purple magnet is off. The way we fix that is we bring our purple line directly to the track, highlight it, do a Command E, and we're just going to drag the track slightly to the right. Now you can kind of check your work by looking at that purple line, and I need to drag it just a little bit more. There you go, Mr. Wixon. So the way I do it is I make sure that the first bar in terms of the sound wave is covered up by that purple line. And so you can zoom in and see that on the actual wavelength level. Okay, so this track should be eighth notes right here, dut, 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 and now it is perfectly in aligned. So we just took it and slid it slightly over, didn't make a big edit, but it's enough. In Soundtrap, exponential increments kind of sort of rhythmically provide exponential issues. So if one thing is just a little bit off, then the second track can just be a little bit more off, and then an exponential kind of thing. So what I want you to do right now is to practice this on your own. Okay, make sure that you look at your music and you figure out, okay, this note has to be on beat number 3 of measure 4, and then you can go to beat number 3 of measure 4, and you can make sure that your note happens exactly on that beat. It's going to take a little bit of time to dial this in. The way I see this is like rehearsal time. We're spending time in rehearsal right now, refining, going from good to great. In rehearsal, we might have said, cellos, please play shorter notes, or violins, when you're pizzicato, make sure you're on the beat. Some of you are rushing. This is exactly what we're doing in rehearsal now, except for instead of doing it in a real rehearsal classroom, each of us is doing this independently in our Soundtrap files. I'll do one more example so that you can really have a concrete understanding of how this works. So this note right here needs to be right at the beginning of the measure. And you can see that it starts a little bit early. Okay, so we're going to zoom in, and we're going to find the beginning of the note, which is right there in the sound wave. We highlight the track, do a Command E, and we're going to drag the track over slightly so that it is perfectly in alignment. And now it is. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at all of the notes that you've played and make sure that they too are right on beat. And we will take our ensembles from good to great. Good luck.